Hey, what's up guys? Soda City Realtor here, and today I want to talk about West Columbia. WeCo is a wonderful option if you're moving to Columbia and looking for a place to call home. It's the eastern border of Lexington County and around 10 square miles. West Cola is separated from the city of Columbia by the Saluda and the Congaree River. Here's how she got started. In the early 1890s, she was chartered as a town called Brookland, soon to be changed by the U.S. Postal Service to New Brookland. So the story begins here, the New Brookland Historic District. The district was a combination of about 20 commercial buildings and a planned residential community called Mill Village. This really all took off when Columbia Mills Company opened and decided to place their housing on this side of the bridge. Fun fact, Columbia Mills, which is now the South Carolina State Museum, used the Columbia Canal to establish one of the first hydroelectric powered textile mills in the nation. Okay, let's get back to housing in the Mill Village. It was normal in that time that if a certain number of family members worked at the mill, they could occupy these homes rent-free. What started out as only 40 home sites, Mill Village continued to expand. By 1907, there were right around 100 homes in this community. So check it out. Right behind me is the Gunter Summers House, right here on Center Street. This was one of the first homes to be constructed in the Mill Village, circa 1895. That's over 125 years ago, people. This area has been established and called home by many for a long, long time. With all the growth and increased residents to New Brookland, the arrival of the business district and trade center located along Meeting Street was not far behind. Here's what Meeting Street looked like back then. This thriving new town didn't go without hardship. Part of New Brookland and the old business district were destroyed by fire several times, but the worst was in 1905 when over 70 structures were engulfed in flames. Over the next decade, the residents worked to restore this community. Some of the buildings that were rebuilt after the fire are still standing today. Let's take a quick look at one of them. The Edward Scholl Building. This is 410 Meeting Street. Circa 1909, this two-story building was not only the town's first movie theater, but the upstairs was used for ballroom space and a drill hall for the National Guard. Another fun fact, after Prohibition became law in South Carolina, this area known as New Brookland became a hub for illegal production and transportation of booze and liquor across the river to Columbia. I read where the fines could range from $100 to $200 per offense. That seems like a lot of money back then, right? Much of the confiscated alcohol was kept in the jail. Built around 1908, that same building is now home to Savage Craft Ale Works. Funny how that historic building has made full circle. The current Gervais Street Bridge opened in 1927 and New Brookland residents became closer to Columbia. Now people cross the river for more than just going to work at the mill. Shopping and dining in the capital city was becoming a regular thing and the connection became strong. After a petition to change the name, New Brookland became West Columbia in 1938. Shortly after becoming West Columbia, new infrastructure began. Meeting Street continued to grow further east towards the old Charleston Highway. New roads like Jarvis-Clapman, Interstate 26, and Highway 378 came through the area and opened the door to more planned residential communities and business centers. With over 130 neighborhoods and tons of local thriving businesses, West Columbia continues to be an area of high growth. As always, if you have any questions about this area or available housing in West Columbia, please reach out. I know this region and I would love to help you. Thanks guys, have an awesome day.